Hello, fellows. It is me, Elliot. I'm currently in Munich, Germany. München. Uh, I really want to talk about like making chords while singing. I guess singing different notes at the same time. But before I get to that, just a couple stories about my day as always. So first of all, not about my day, but about German itself, the language. Um, I never learned any of the popular cities in Germany except like Berlin. I never knew about um, the different areas in Germany until I came here, until I started learning German. So I learned München before I learned Munich. And so I don't actually know, like, it makes less sense to me when people start speaking in English and they say Munich. I don't know what they're on about. Um, but yeah, anyway, I woke up at like 9, I think. Yes, I woke up at 9. I had an alarm for 9. I woke up. Um, and then I kind of finished packing a little bag that I have with me. Here, this duffel bag. Ooh. And then um, we drove for 2 hours into Munich. Um, there were lots of cool buildings, fancy, I don't know, interesting large buildings. And then we went to some museum and looked at modern art for another hour or two. It was really boring. I mean, seriously, it wasn't entirely boring. There were some interesting things, but it was just really weird. I feel like modern art can be really impactful, and I love absurdism, especially in cartoons and stuff. Adventure Time wouldn't be great unless it was like stupid with random characters that make no sense, right? Um, but I feel like modern art goes, it represents absurdism to an extreme extent where you've just lost all sense of reality and you are just basing stuff on absolutely nothing and then trying to say that it's meaningful when it's not. And most of the time it's just money laundering as well. Mm. But there was some good stuff, okay? After that, we went to this hotel that I'm in now. Whoa, that's why the background looks weird. I mean, just look at that art. So fancy. And I'm here with my two host brothers. Yeah, you just saw Julius. But yeah. So music. Um, I am really interested in the idea of being able to sing multiple notes at the same time. The first music that we ever had was probably oral because of mating calls eventually turning into songs and whatever. Um, but normally when you sing, that's just one note with all its little overtones, right? Every note you sing, every note you play on a string also has notes that are quieter and quieter that go above it. Those are the overtones. Harmony doesn't exist without overtones. If you play individual notes like single frequencies and you play two single frequencies that would sound dissonant on a piano, it won't always sound dissonant with just the pure frequencies. It's weird. Now, throat singing is really interesting. There are all sorts of different methods for throat singing. But the one where you sing a note and then and you make a sound that sounds like a note that's higher above it, like I'll try, but I might fail. That was really ad. That was really ass. That was really terrible. And my speakers wouldn't catch that either. Um, but that's not actually making a second note. That's just making one of the overtones of the main vocal sound more prominent. So one of the overtones just sounds louder, so it sounds like a separate note, but it isn't a separate note. And um, because of that, it wouldn't even work for chords that well. And people can only really stably make one extra overtone. Um, and every time you try to add more, it becomes more and more difficult to work with. So I wouldn't say you can make chords with that. But there are other methods to playing two notes at the same time. with your body, right? You can use your vocal cords to make a note, as well as whistling at the same time, a hum whistle. But that's super uncommon. People don't use it very often. I feel like maybe it's difficult to control, or it just sounds really bad because people don't use it very often. And then the final one, and I actually saw like a video on somebody using this, which was pretty interesting, is lip oscillations. So instead of using the whistle as the second note, you vibrate your lips, like. And that sounds terrible. I mean, it sounds, stupid. But the person in that like short video was able to make it in a way that actually sounded nice. And you can play all sorts of different intervals. If you can play two notes, you can start playing intervals. But if you have three, you can start playing triads, the proper chords that we use in Western music. And I feel like that would be sick as hell. But I don't know of any way to do that at the moment. I can only ever play two notes at the same time max, and even when I do, I don't have a lot of control over it. Anyway, that's my question. Thanks for being here as always. This was Elliot Journal. In 2 days now, I am hopping on the plane back to New Zealand. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. Julius, he went like that. He's gonna miss me, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I'm gonna miss the big germ, but
The big germ.
it's been fun here.
The big germ.
Mm, ciao, ciao. I'm gonna sleep now.